Guys, it's your own boy, the one and only Great Dane, back with day 824, Star Drop opening, and we got some pretty interesting stuff going on. Apparently I have 7 freebies from the Supercell store. Again, you heard that right, 7, but 5 of them are waffles in smaller amounts, and again, we'll get to why that is in a second. But I have some bonus coins. We have this Gale, looking like Mr. Monopoly, essentially, rich Gale pin out of nowhere. Bonus waffles, waffles, bonus waffles, waffles, bonus waffles, 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 bonus waffles. Again, it is a lot of waffles. Waffles, and the coveted Fisherman Buzz skin. Again, aesthetically, it doesn't look too crazy. The funniest part is probably the random fish he's holding. But I think the animations are pretty neat, but I haven't really got to look at them too much. I only had him on my team once. But I did see him quite a lot in the matches I was playing through just to get the star drops today. But anyway, let's actually see what we have for the star drops today. Starting with a rare 50 coins. Onto rare 50 coins. And super rare of 100 coins. And again, we have to go through the onslaught of all the items I just claimed. So this one's already animated. Rich Gale, pin, waffles, waffles. Waffles. Again, it is quite delayed. Waffles. 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 Fisherman Buzz. From Clash Stories set. Again, I believe this is his winning animation too. It rains and fish fall from the sky. So it's a pretty funny skin, if nothing else. Yeah, I'll use it, I guess. I don't know. Pin's kind of funny too, as well as the icon. It feels more like an April Fool's skin, honestly, but it's pretty cool. So essentially, the reason we got so many freebies is, I guess the dev team was tweaking or something, because as you guys probably know, yesterday we were at most 50% through claiming enough freebies to get the skin for free. So, again, they probably didn't want us to think they were modifying the actual rate so that we could just get the skin for free. So they just ended up, again, this could have been pre-planned obviously too, but they ended up releasing a lot more freebies today, again being Cyber Monday, so technically still part of Black Friday now. They extended it by like 3 days, I guess. So essentially, yeah, just head over to the Supercell store. Again, by the time I'm posting this, it's probably going to be irrelevant again anyway, but make sure to claim all these freebies. It's certainly funny if nothing else. But you have the Daily Streak, day 233, with the fortune. Remember to hypercharge your day. I have no idea what that means. And then you'll also notice, again, I have quite a bit of waffles. I have more gems now, so I will show you guys. Again, usually this isn't something I would do, but they just had like good deals on hypercharges, and I definitely could have waited to get them for free. But if I do plan on, well, I don't know. It's weird when you get to the rank scene, because there's such a profile of specific brawlers that everyone chooses because they're seen as better than others. But essentially they had 2 offers, at least on my shop. I don't know if it's the same for everyone. I'm assuming not, because again, what if you have those hypercharges already? Do you just not see them? But I had an offer for, it's not sorted in a conventional way whatsoever, but they had, again, Poco's hypercharge for $1, which apparently is 33 times value. Like that's really good, Again, obviously I'd still prefer to get them all for free, but I also ended up getting, I believe it was $3, which is 11 times value. If I could just find him on here. Is he also an epic? Where the heck is he? I believe he was an epic. Must have just missed it. Okay. So Ruff's is mythic. But anyway, I ended up getting the Goodest Boy hypercharge for about $3. Again, not as good a deal, but still in terms of what they usually give these things away for. And I certainly don't want to have to spend coins on them. So as long as I'm really not spending coins, I'm getting a good deal. I'm pretty happy. Again, I still feel a bit awkward about it, because again, I could just wait to get them for free, but at the same time, when are you ever going to see a deal like this again, right? And at the same time, it also just helps me get the hypercharges quicker, which obviously I want to get them all as soon as possible without spending coins, but just relying on luck isn't necessarily the best idea. But it's 1:59 and I almost forgot to get it in, but again, I check once for this hour, and then we can check a second time in a minute. But again, I just have not been able to find Eddie Draco's skin, so I've been rather unlucky on that. But again, you have to remember that essentially it's a 1% chance you'd see any of these skins, and you get 4 chances per hour because it's 4 strangest packs that appear. So you get 4 attempts for a 1% chance every hour, and technically just ticked over, but I don't know if the hours are exactly 1 hour or not. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Or at least, again, I'm not getting lucky enough to see it, but I've been checking a lot, obviously. Hopefully you guys have been too, and you've been getting at least 2 of the skins by now. I'm hoping everyone has. At least using this method, which again is incredibly goofy, but if you run into the mode selection again, I don't think too much else is going on in terms of events anyway, but unfortunately they did take away Solo Showdown Plus, or Upside Showdown Plus, again, whatever you want to call it, and they put back in the big robot modifier for some reason. Again, I'm interested to see if they're going to put through the, what are they, graveyard shift, again, I believe it's called, where all the brawlers turn invisible and dealing damage heals, that whole thing. Because, again, they haven't apparently fixed the RT bug, so it might be worth pushing up trophies if they put through that mode, but again, other than just getting the daily waffles, I don't know if I'm going to push that much. We'll have to see. But we also have Vecna back, which I'm pretty happy about, but I don't know if you guys are, because again, it is a difficult boss, but this one will be our last one for the event, which is pretty fitting, I think, anyway, because I think the final part of Stranger Things in the actual series that I haven't watched any of, but again, pretty broad assumption, is that they're going to defeat Vecna, right? That's the whole point. But anyway, we have Trio Wipeout Sleigh Bay, Brawl Hockey Bouncy Bowl, Wipeout 5v5 Frosty Tracks, and Brawl Arena Kaiju Lake. Nothing really too crazy going on. Again, I've always just been trying to announce the game modes by the different ones, but it gets to a point where if we always have these in, are they really that different? And it just kind of feels like I'm biased picking those modes over other modes to announce what maps they are, but at least you can see them all on screen, I suppose. And again, it could be 202. I could check one more time. I don't know if I'm assuming every hour, they might have even outlined it in the post, is every exact hour it switches over. I'm assuming that's what it is. But for the step 26 or day 26, we have our 80 free waffles as usual. We still have all these wacky offers for the hypercharged skins in the shop. And oh man, this is like the one I don't have, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one I wanted the most, actually, of all of them. Ah, jeez. Time limited, only occasionally available in the shop. So this thing, are they ever gonna put hypercharged skins on a discount though? Like I know the ones that are collabing with Stranger Things definitely. And why is it appearing during Stranger Things? This is a pretty recent skin, actually. I don't know why this is here. Yeah, I just want to check on Poco, because if I remember correctly, I did end up getting the other 2. I just skipped it already. The other 2 skins. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll get it, just for the sake of it, but yeah, I'm gonna be pretty triggered if these things end up going on discount later on. But at the same time, how would I even know unless I see it in someone else's post, right? Yeah, I'll guess I'll get it.
Time to drop some noise.
And since these are time limited ones, I'm also guessing they can't be gotten out of the, oh, what are they called? The Ultra Trophy boxes, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me look at that, because I don't think it actually tells you what you can get out of them. Because that's what confuses me. If I go back, because they're in the shop literally right now, and I go to these skins.
That was so epic.
Skin only occasionally available in the shop. See, but that's the difference on it, right? Because the Poco skin is also a collab with another IP. That's the difference, right? Because, again, besides the fact that these ones cost way more gems to go through the whole track to get guaranteed, is that the Poco skin for... It's weird because it's not even really an IP skin, but they have a different actual representation on it, like the Toy Story skins. So I'm wondering if it will eventually go away. Either way, I feel like it's just the right decision to get it right now. I have the gems for it, and I don't really want to deal with it later. Plus, I don't feel like it's ever going to go on a discount, but maybe I'm wrong. Actually, I hope I am wrong, so then you guys can hopefully get it on a discount right before it goes away. You'll have to let me know. But we still have Grum on a discount. What the Waffle offer, Intergalactic Rift, 40% off. I have a daily freebie of 60 XP doublers, as well as 15 coins. But again, I'm pretty happy because that was the version with the skin that I like the most out of all the colors. But yeah, as of today, I have 60 XP doublers and 199,590 power points. Again, I think I'm covering everything. I don't think as much is going on, but there's been so much going on. The biggest deal today really is just going on to the Supercell store. Hopefully you guys have been checking in every day to get those freebies, especially the Fisherman Buzz skin. Believe that one is going to be on the shop for at least an extra 2 days to make sure everyone gets the chance to get it. Everything else has been pretty much you have 1 day to get it or else you just miss out. So yeah, again, I'm not really sure I'm going to end up spending these remaining waffles. I was really hoping to just get Eddie Draco and then decide, but you know, it's getting pretty close to the end of the event here, so I'm just gonna have to think about it some more. Again, I still got many things I gotta do as well, and we have a new season of Squad Busters. Again, it just feels so weird to say that, knowing the game is essentially done for at this point, right? But I'm still gonna do a video on it anyway. There's not too much to cover, so that should be pretty quick, hopefully. And hopefully you guys will check it out, even if you're not Squad Busters fans. You know, just kind of like memento. But yeah, other than that, again, I think I already showed this off too, right? Yeah, how far I got yesterday. Again, esports is over now. we had Crazy Raccoon take it. But yeah, again, let me know if you would buy that hypercharged skin for 500 gems. But other than that, let's see how far I can take this, guys.